I have here the Nobody 92 who sends a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, my brother. He says, why do you say Fernando Piter is your biggest project, and when is he coming to America?
We're working on his visa now, digitally, like really like everyone's on it. A whole we have a whole team behind that. So we're not cutting no corners. We got the best lawyers on top of it, and uh, and that's because I said I need them here. I need them here like ASAP.
Yeah.
Um, why do I say that? Because I grabbed one Dominican and he got to a certain level. I grabbed another one, he got to another level. I grabbed another one, he went higher than the next one, and I think Polanco is gonna probably outdo everyone, and then Peter's gonna come behind him. And I
Mm,
just and I just think that I also learned the culture. I also learned the people of DR, and I just get better with dealing with them.
okay. Where do you compare Fernando Piter's skills and where he's at in his career compared to when you had Rohan in your hands? Is he
No,
as just as good, not as good? We'll talk to me.
no. Honestly, Joel, I the style of Dominican boxing, like the amateur system, and I know like a new guy came in. I don't like it at all. I don't like it because it makes my job harder as a professional coach and have to like. I know there's a certain style that they have which is really working. I think that man, Dominican boxing is like. I think the government got behind it and they
Yeah,
have an awesome system, and
yeah.
they're
We the cryptocurrency of boxing, man.
yeah. So I think they're all they're the system that they got is working for the amateur system, but it makes it hard when I have to convert them
Hmm.
to learn professionally. And all of them besides well all of them that I have I was able to um Javier Fortuna was the most difficult one because I just had to go with what I had because
Mm.
he was like kind of stuck in his. Well, actually, I won't blame the Dominican boxing for that. I actually blame remember Sergio Martinez.
Pablo Sarmiento,
So yeah,
the trainer.
Sarmiento trainer. So I really blame. So I should no, I wouldn't blame Dominican boxing, but it was Pablo's style of boxing with the hands down because it worked for Sergio Martinez, and he wouldn't. Man, I couldn't get him out of that, and it's fine and dandy because Fortuna was kind of a front runner, so he was able to come out the gates really fast and come up on you and maybe stop you. But if he didn't stop you, then with the hands down, everything fine and dandy when you got your reflexes and you're strong and you're fast. But when the rounds get to that round 8, round 9, round 10, 11, 12, now your reflexes ain't there how they used to. You think they're there in your mind. You think you able to slip this shot. That's when we run into trouble.
Mm.
And the same thing with Rohan. With Rohan, if you ever see his fights in the amateurs, it was just like everything was hands down and always like
A lot of
leaving
slapping, a lot
a
of.
lot of slapping. And I remember his coach saying, "Man, ese no pega postalita," something like that. And and I was like, "No, I could not that I gave him punching power because he already had it within you. You really can't teach that type of power that he has, but you could bring it out of him, right?
Meaning teaching him technique, meaning teaching him how to punch correctly, sitting,
Yeah, yeah. Sitting down with both, not just sitting down, but just whenever it comes, you can move around. But when it comes down to the same timing of his punch, that both feet is grabbing the
Mhm.
floor at the same time, and with his strike, So so the DR boxing always made it, to come back to that, it made it difficult. So now with this new kid, um, he don't have a lot of experience with the whole. He's young, and if I could get him out of that now, he don't have a lot of the accolades that everybody's gonna have, like Olympian and all that.
Mhm.
but I'm telling you, he's gonna be the best. Just the natural talent that I had to work with. He doesn't like to answer your question. Where do I see him versus Polanco? Um, no, they all to me, in black for a better word, they're all terrible for for
Okay.
for
Why
the
you say that? Why you say that?
for the professional system. I don't,
I got you. I
you
got
know, yeah, they're all terrible for the professional system. So you know, I just have to rebuild it again. And but me just understanding that system and coming out of that system to turn them into professional, what I learned from Jonathan Guzman, Merengue, Javier Fortuna, and what I learned from them that I already have it mapped out. That
you.
it's
So you
gonna
already
be
so when you get a Dominican fighter who was in their amateur system, you already have a game plan as to how you're gonna
yeah,
work.
yeah. No, so it's not exhausting in my mind of how to figure it out, how to figure out where I kind of already have the formula.
Mm,
Like, and I know how it's gonna look from like month to month.
mm.
And I love this is why I love my job. To see them get frustrated and me telling them like, don't worry about it. You
Mm.
just had to go through the process and just having confidence like next month he'll be and I actually have a kid upstairs that I did the same with. He's a Cuban kid. Actually number 6 in the world now. And man, he's coming along, and I just love the process of like, don't worry, you'll be all right. You getting upset right now, but it's okay.
Well,
Just wait another month, and then the month after that, and the month after that, and when it all clicks like a puzzle, they're like, this fucking guy is the truth, right?
well, the one guy who has definitely has a very amateur system, at least in the amateur style, excuse me, at least in the amateurs, was Cristian Pinales. He fought yesterday. I want to ask you, one, did you see his fight?
No, no, I didn't. I wish I would have, because I think did I text you? I
You
text
did
you
text me, but I
see
never
if
got
you
back.
saw it, and I wanted to see if you saw it because I wanted to get I know that the guy that he was fighting was animated in the weigh-ins,
Yeah,
which is awesome, gives character to the fight.
yeah.
And so how did he look? How did
He
he?
looked sharp. He looked sharp, and kind of got made quick work of the guy, but he looked good. He looked impressive. He looked like an Olympic bronze medalist. Like he didn't cheat the fans as to what we expected of him, which is appreciated as someone who is uh, a fan and someone who's covering the sport. He lived up to the hype, and I'm excited to see what comes of the rest of his career. But when you saw his style in the amateurs, did you see those same mistakes you said you see
Yeah,
in other
yeah.
Dominican
So
fighters?
whoever's gonna train him, especially him, man, he's awesome though. He's definitely awesome and great talent, huge kid, big kid, strong.
Yeah,
He's a
I
stud.
hear they're gonna try to
Yeah.
get him to fight at 168. I heard.
He can. I mean, they have to know what they're doing, but he can make it, and
Okay.
they just got to do it the right way.
Yeah, he's a big boy. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it depends from I mean, it depends where he goes. I don't know exactly where he's going, but they got their work cut out for themselves.
Okay.
They
Okay.
do because he definitely has that system that was very successful in the amateurs that is not going to be successful in the pros.